Hey, it's Cosmic Trials, and I'm back with another video on Turbo Party. So, how does this deck work? So this is a combination of like aggro, turbo, and a little bit of storm, and you're just trying to like put a lot of beef on the table and kill your opponent that way. To do this, we have Goblin War Party, which can both be an answer mana creature producer or both. Avenging Hunter for just like the quick juke, or just as to put more beef on the table. Glimpse the Impossible for card draw and to also populate the table. Yeah, like previously this deck run Goblin Matron and Nameseeker Goblin, which was great because it gave you a lot more hits in terms of things to do. But unfortunately, that card got banned, so now we need to rely on Glimpse, which is good, but it's not like it's not it's good. We'll see how good it is. I've almost 5-0'd with this deck before. First day of class, but ultimately wasn't able to pilot it well enough to do so. First day of class is got a lot of improvements. How to start a party is an anthem. Origin Metal Bending's a protection spell. Abandoned attachments lets you like loot. We have the Elemental Summoning, which would be pretty cheap because of all our cost reducers, and it untaps our Leyline Weaver for a big token and pass summoning to make a bunch of creatures. We also have Firebending Lesson as well, for a Krauk and possibly for something like a Gutter Snipe. Yeah, so first day of class has just been very powerful. However, if you don't see it, you need to kind of rely on either Avenging Hunter or just having a really good hand with Goblin War Party. That was kind of the really good thing about Goblin Matron. It just gave you like a lot more hits. So we're going to run it back. We're going to see how well we can do. I have a O2 here because I tried this. I tried building this deck again with Goblin Matron, and it just didn't quite work out. A lot of that was to my mulliganing. I found this deck has like some pretty high variance, so I went back to the Desperate Ritual build because it just gave you more keepable hands. The problem is, unlike Ruby Storm, you can't keep hands that are just mana and like cost reducers. You need to keep hands that have action. Otherwise, you risk flooding out. And if Glimpse blanks, 3 1/2s might not be enough if you're lucky enough to have a first day of class to begin with. So we're going to see how we do here. We're going to hope to get a strong hand. Previously, this deck was just able to power through almost. When you have a strong hand, this deck can power through almost everything. But I've played a decent amount of leagues with it, and over half are 3-2. A few 4-1s and a few less than 4-1s. I don't know if I ever got a 1-4 with this deck. Probably. I don't quite remember. But it's pretty strong. Definitely, I typically don't drop if I'm like down, but I was trying to make a video today, and that first loss, the opponent was either double queuing or was doing something else, and it just took forever. So I decided, you know what, let's just restart it again after I mulliganed to like 4 game 1 against the next person. So we're trying again. We're going back with Desperate Ritual and Glimpse now instead of the Goblin Matron festival something. I don't know what he's called. Some type of goblin that makes mana. I might try that build again, but I decided, no, let's just go with something that has been proven to be competitive in League, and then try the walkier thing a little later in my own time when I'm not commenting. Oh, and we are in the queue, waiting to be paired. So this deck feels pretty strong. I also played some Ruby Storm recently, and Ruby Storm does seem to be a little more consistent so far, but this can just play through like pretty much anything if you have like a strong enough draws and hands. It's just so aggressive, but you need to be able to get on the board pretty quickly because you are an aggro deck, and this is part of the problem. I have to... Okay, so this is a turn 2 Avenging Hunter. So that's... We have to hope that's good. All right, done. And we're on the play too, so that's really good. So Sandstone Needle. Oh, did I not fix my sideboard? Is my Avenging Hunter still on the board now? No, I believe I fixed my sideboard, right? We'll find out. If not, then I guess there's a random Goblin Bushwhacker in this deck. Alright, so I think it's wise to go for it now. So Seething Song. BTE. I doubt they'll be able to take the initiative here. Avenging Hunter, and I'm going to grab the Forest. Okay. And grab the Forest. Let's check if Avenging Hunter's in my sideboard. Alright. If that's the case, then I think I just have a 14-card sideboard, actually. That's fine. What would be in there instead would be a Mind Collapse, but we don't have the Mind Collapse now. So a little unprepared. Just been having a lot of issues trying to get this video filmed. Like I lost footage from my last film. So we're just gonna block with the Avenging Hunter. No, reset blocks. That's dumb. We're gonna block with the BTE. This means they might be able to take the initiative, but I don't think they're going to be able to like bolt my Avenging Hunter yet. So we're just going to put the counters on it, make so they have to double bolt it, and then after playing a Leyline Weaver or something. Let's see what they do here. I'm assuming they're going to put something on the field. I believe this is probably Rally Burn. Yeah, this is Rally Burn. So they're going to take the initiative this next turn. We're going to go Forge onto the Avenging Hunter. And they'll need to spend 2 bolts if they want to deal with this. So that's a Goblin and Archimancer, which means I think I will sacrifice this Sandstone Needle in order to just get a little wider and like make it so that it's going to be very hard for them to take the initiative. Now, I maybe should have done this in my second main. Well, I almost definitely should have done that in my second main because now maybe they'll block with the Clockwork Percussionist, whereas before they wouldn't have. Alright, so they need to deal with both of our blockers now in order to get through. And they just concede the game. Alright, so we took that one. And 14-card sideboard, no Mind Collapse. Forgot to put it back in. But we do have the 4 Avenging Hunter in the main, so that's good. No sideboard. No sideboarding. And mulligan. We'll keep this. This is a turn. So we're going to get rid of the Goblin. 1, 2. We'll get rid of the Goblin War Party here? Or do we keep the Goblin War Party? And bottom the Avenging Hunter. You know what? We're going to bottom the Mountain. 1, 2. No. That gives me a turn 3 Avenging Hunter. I don't think I should. I guess it is the Goblin War Party here. We'll have to hope to draw some more things. I'm not going to get rid of the Avenging Hunter, although that might be the right call. We don't have enough for War Party to be good yet. It's kind of like our Goblin Bushwhacker in this deck. Alright, so a little slow still. We're probably going to go for turn 2 BTE into Goblin and Archimancer just to get some blockers down. And we can also go Desperate Ritual after that, but I don't know if I want to. We shall find out. So that allows us to also go Avenging Hunter, I believe. No, it doesn't, because we would need to have wait, or does it? So if I go Mountain, Desperate Ritual makes 4. BTE, Goblin and Archimancer, 2 floating. Yeah, this does. So we can do it. All right. So BTE. No, we can't because we need to use. No, yes, we can. We lead on 1 Desperate Ritual. So Desperate Ritual, cast, Goblin and Archimancer, Desperate Ritual, BTE, into Avenging Hunter, grab Forest. And we'll block everything. They'll need to have like 3 removal spells in order to deal with everything we have. And we'll grab a Forest. What do they do here? Do they get in? They cast a Ginger Brute, so they can take the initiative, but we can take it back. And I go down to 13. And they get a Mountain. So because of this Mountain that they have, they might be able to bolt one of our blockers. I still shouldn't... so we're going to need to draw something here. Because that means I'm also... Oh, they put that back as well. So that means they probably have a Goblin Bushwhacker coming in. That was a good hit. We're going to sacrifice this... yeah, we'll sacrifice this Hickory Woodlot. Because this gives us some blockers. We hit a first day of class and a Goblin War Party. We can't use the Goblin War Party, but we can use the first day of class. So I'm going to go red. Oh, maybe I should have left this in. We'll grab the first day. And we can grab the Origin of Metal Bending now to make our Avenging Hunter a 6/6. But I don't think that's really going to make a difference. We should have grabbed... We should have just left those in exile, I think. Or I should have played the mountain, because a 1/2 would have been better. I guess I'll just grab the Origin of Metal Bending. And we'll destroy this Ginger Brute. Or the Great Furnace. Ginger Brute doesn't matter so much anymore. We'll destroy the Great Furnace. And then we'll go move to combat. And we'll swing in for 5. Oh, and they're going to block everything? I mean, they can. Go into Forge. No, they decide not to. Okay. And we'll move down to Forge. And we'll Forge onto our BTE. We could have Forged onto our Avenging Hunter, which may have been the right choice. But we'll see. I think I also should have played the Mountain from a hand, not from exile. That way I could have had a second Eldrazi spawn as well here. They can make their... Okay, yeah, so one of the reasons why I wanted to go after their land there is because it makes Ginger Brute harder to pay to make it unblockable. What do they do here? 1, 2, 3. They do have Galv Blast online now, and they Galv Blast my 4/4. Let's see, they swing in with a 2, 2, 1, like that. I'll block their 1/1s. Not the Tomb Raider, right? Okay, and the Tomb Raider. Alright. So I'll block their 1/1s. They get to go into Forge. And we go down to 10. I imagine these are going on the Ginger Brute here. Yeah, so that means they're coming in with 3 unblockable down to 7 next turn. We did hit a Leyline Weaver. I don't know how much that helps. Move to combat. And no, they can gang block here, but I'll still retake the initiative. Move to trap. We'll trap our opponent. And then we'll play a Leyline Weaver. Oh, which only costs 1 mana. So Leyline Weaver. Alright, so they need to pay 1 mana to make that Ginger Brute unblockable to get in. And but they would need to probably also kill my Avenging Hunter as well. So they go 2, and this is probably a Goblin Bushwhacker, I would imagine, if they don't want to make that thing unblockable. Let's see what they do here. Two for a Reckless Impulse. So they need one. So they're trying to hit another land here. They hit a land, and they have a Mind Collapse as well, which is good for them. That means they get to kill my Avenging Hunter. I would have a Mind Collapse on my sideboard if I remember to put it back in. Mind Collapse is kind of there because it... Oh, they do that thing. So that's interesting. Wonder why they didn't go after the Avenging Hunter. Maybe that was a misclick? Okay, not sure what happened there. So I'm going down to... Because this doesn't kill me, right? Because that's 8/2. I just have... I have blockers. Interesting. So I don't... So that's 3/2. So they... Yeah, I think they just put themselves dead here, because I have 5 exactly. Yeah, so they put themselves dead. I think they already played their mountain for turn, right? They don't. Oh, do they have main deck Fire Blast? They might have Fire Blast. That would do it. Looks like they have Fire Blast. A lot of these decks don't run Fire Blast, or at least I rarely see it. Yeah, no, they just realized to put themselves dead. So we won match 1. Let's move on to match 2. We'll see if I'm going to miss the Mind Collapse or not. Why is Mind Collapse in here? That's just for certain matchups you want it, and like I realized that Spirit Summoning I wasn't really using all that much, usually going for Abandoned Attachments instead, but maybe it should be Spirit Summoning. That's a lot of first day of classes, not very much mana. I can go Leyline Weaver, first day of class, nothing. Like, I think this is doesn't do enough quickly enough. I'll keep this. This is slightly better, I guess. We'll bottom the Desperate Ritual. And we're going to go turn 2 BTE into Leyline Weaver. Not getting strong hands here still. We're really hoping to get some something a little stronger this league so I can showcase some of the power of the deck. But we shall see. So this is the other one of those things. That's unfortunate because it probably means they're likely going to be able to kill my Leyline Weaver, but it's not like I can wait. I don't have any no mountains, nothing coming up. Like I guess I should have mulliganed to 5 here. I was just so tired of mulliganing with this deck. Like it was working pretty decently, but lately I've just been mulliganing into oblivion, trying to get keepable hands. Like that last league, it was crazy. That's why I restarted for this one. Previously it was working pretty well, so I guess I'm just going through some bad variants here. So there's Hyena Umber. Let's see which one they decide to kill. Almost definitely the Leyline Weaver. Or maybe they decide to go after me. Because honestly, I don't really have anything going on even at this moment in time. Without red mana. What do they do here? Or like even a third mana? Hyena Umber. So they swing in for 3. And you know what? I'm thinking I should have just mulliganed to 5 here. Let's see who they provoke. A Leyline Weaver, right? Yeah. Okay. Block you. Block you. There we go. Okay. So they get our Leyline Weaver. Let's see if we can... There's a first day class, but no red mana. So we'll just swing in for 2. How do we get out of this? We need to draw, like, a mountain. And then to, like, Manamorphose, Goblin, and Arkham. No, that doesn't do it either. We're just going to move on to game... No, he's only has a 3/3 right now. Oh, and a Spirit. Yeah, we'll just move on to game 2. Alright. Not a good start there. So, game 2. Should have mulliganed to 5. The hand just wasn't keepable. And we're going to have to hope to get keepable hands. That's one of the really important parts about Turbo Party, is you have to mulligan into keepable hands. Because you do not have the card draw in order to draw through it. So we're just going to resubmit. We don't have anything for them. And I hate when our opponents have something for us and they take forever to board. Okay. Oh, looks like this person didn't take all that long. So we're on the play, and we'll mulligan into a keepable hand this time. Not keepable. Not really keepable, but like we can't mulligan any further. I'm just gonna have to mulligan to 4 again and concede. Like, I'm tired of doing that. We'll get rid of the Avenging Hunter or the War Party. I'm actually gonna get rid of the Avenging Hunter here because we have the first day and the plus Goblin War Party thing going on. The problem is you really need to hit mana here. Our opponent, it's taking a long time to do something. I don't know. I guess they're figuring out whether or not they want to keep it, or what to put on the bottom. Or they mulligan to 5. Lead on Sandstone Needle, hope to draw land, gate, turn 2. We're going to lead on BTE, Goblin, and Archmancer, pray to hit a Seething Song. And our opponent is taking a long time. I get to mulligan to 5 cards. Okay, so we'll play the Sandstone Needle. We're going to go BTE, Goblin, and Archmancer. If they go Deathblade Elite and then the enchantment again, we're probably host. But let's just see here. Like, because it means I can't do that. I'll have to wait until I hit mana and lands. And if I don't hit mana and lands, then I don't hit mana and lands. So there's a land. So I could, so I'm going to give myself some time here. I can't just play into the Deathblade Elite. With what I have in hand, drawing a Seething Song or like Manamorpho Seething Song could be enough to end them in one turn. So we're just going to do this. See what they do. That's 2 Burning 2 Emissaries. Still not enough. We still need oh, wait. Turn off auto yields. I should have... No, it's fine. I'm willing to wait another turn for casting this Glimpse. That might be a mistake, but Glimpse can block as well. The issue is that they can give this thing Vigilance and Lifelink. And the reason why is because I would like to cast this Glimpse in first day of class as active. I don't know if that's the right call against a matchup where like every combat stat matters. And it seems to me like they're actually holding stuff up, so that's good for me. I gotta remember this is an aggro deck, not a storm deck. What are they doing here? Ward. And flying as long as something. So we're just going to cast Glimpse the Impossible here, just for mana and hoping to hit lands, because we can't wait any longer, and we've built up a decent amount of reason. Oh, that's brutal. We want, oh well, no lands in the top there. We wanted that Seething Song pretty badly. In fact, we want any mana pretty badly. The 1/1s, the 0/1s aren't really going to be all that useful, but of note, we weren't actually going to hit anything until like that Seething Song, which is what we really wanted to hit. Seething Song or Desperate Ritual. But I can just feel this game just slowly starting to, well, quickly starting to slip away from us now. I'm going to send this opponent a please play faster. And then we'll see. Okay. So, we have 5 mana now, which is enough for me to not do too much. What we need is mana, and we just simply don't have it. We need a Desperate Ritual or a Seething Song. Oh my. Oh, frustrating. Alright. There we go. And they swing in for 3. They're still casting things, taking about a minute to cast 2 spells. And they swing in for 4. Gain some life. I don't care too much about the gaining of 3 life. Let's see if they make me block my spawn. Probably. I'm just going to sacrifice... Oh, this block. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay. And they get in for 4. Let's hope I can hit some mana. So slow. So they're going to gain some more life. I'll lose another token, but I think the other stuff's worth it. They're up to 27. We can deal 27. We just really don't want them to get Vigilance. Okay. They swing in for 5. Oh my goodness. Alright. This is one of the reasons why I like playing Storm. Like, it's just, it takes... I know I take a long time too sometimes, but it's just so frustrating. Alright. And do I hit mana? I finally hit some mana, so that means I can go red. We're going to lead on the first day of class here, and what are we going to get with it? We can go first of class, 3, 6, 9, cost 2. So I have, that would bring me down to 4 mana, 5 mana. I would need to hit 1 more mana for this line to work. Off of this Manamorphose. So I think I need to start with Goblin and Archimancer first. Goblin and Archimancer. It puts me off of 3 damage, I suppose. Okay, Manamorphose, green. I'm going to go red, red. Red. Not what we needed. And now we can't even really do too much, but we'll go first day of class. We will grab 4, 1, 2, 3. This is a 4 line. We'll grab we'll grab How to Start a Party. We were 1 mana away from How to Start a Party, which would kill them. Oh well. How to start a party. BTE, green, red. Okay. We could have also grabbed the enchantment destruction spell. Like maybe that would have been better. We'll see. Burning tree, red, green. But again, it took too long for this to come together. We didn't hit any of our rituals. So I don't think we're going to be able to pull it out. Now, because this only, that's 369, we can deal 15 damage with the How to Start a Riot, but that's just not going to be enough. Okay, cast, and create 3/1/1 goblin creature tokens. Opponent is reading the card. Okay. Normally I like to let the spell resolve and then read the card, if I don't have interaction. And we'll swing in for 15, and that'll put them down to 12. They go back up to 16 if they attack. We're at a virtual 16 plus a block if they don't. We shall see. Oh, that's right. They have a blocker, so they're at 15. We have 15, 17 coming in, but they're at 19. We have the How to Start a Party, though. Maybe that can do something. We'll just wait and see what happens here. If they leave open 2 mana, oh, they're gaining 8 life now. So 8 life puts them up to whatever. That's still 5, 10, 15, 19, 23, 27, 31 damage. So let's see if they attack. They attack. If they can untap their creature, they might be in trouble. It's likely that for all our opponent likes to read the spells, they did not in fact read what How to Start a Riot does. It looks like we might be in the clear here, especially if we can find another hasty creature effect. We're gonna go red. It's also possible that they have Thraben Charm available, in which case I'll need to target their own creature with this How to Start a Party. So I can't, because they have protection. So what's more likely? That they have protection, or that they have I think they have Thraben Charm. Thraben Charm would not kill this thing, but it would kill that thing. So I think Thraben Charm kills me regardless. So I'm just going to put the thing on here and see if they have the Thraben Charm. The reason why is if they'd killed that, I'm still dead. Okay, so it looks like they didn't have anything, so okay. We'll see if this kills them. They block 2 5s, that's 10, 4, 8, 4, 8, 12, 16, 21. So we're still... No, we're not dead because we're at 7. They're gaining life. They don't have enough to pump this up either. If they have a land in hand, they would be able to. One of the reasons why they may have been holding open the 2 mana is for like not regenerating, but preventing any combat damage that would be dealt here. Keep in mind they are gaining 8 life again. Oh boy, this is frustrating. This deck's a delight to play. Like, Magic Online is a delight to play when like people actually play quickly. But this has not been happening today. And they go regenerate and block. So it looks like they're going to lose their armored. We're close to dead. They only need to put 2 more damage onto the battlefield. Wow. Just tap the 2 to activate the ability. And they don't know about the menace. Oh my. I could probably brew myself a coffee and come back before this person figures out how to block. Okay. I know I'm sounding mean, and I'm just a little irritated because I faced another player like earlier today who was even worse. So it's just a little bit irritated. Okay, and that's 4A12. There's regenerate finally. Okay, no response. No, I shouldn't do that. I need to play this land. Turn off auto yields. Oh, to the end step. Doesn't matter. Hopefully. And let's see what they do here. Oh my goodness. This is just crazy. So let's see if I'm dead. It won't take much. Will not take much to kill me. All they need is one enchantment. Please just do it quickly. Oh my. The problem is, I'm trying to make videos for these things, but then I face an opponent that takes 10 minutes to pilot like the most basic deck in existence, and then I just can't handle it. Like, it's just crazy. Absolute insanity. And they decide not to block, which is wise. So they're at 2. There's Goblin War Party. That probably seals it. They're gaining 8. Goblin War Party. Cast with Entwine. Okay, and now we can finally move on to game 2. Oh, for the love of G. You've already read this card. Okay, combat, and move to combat. We could be dead here, because they are going up to 10, but I don't think they have enough blocks. Because this is still lethal by like a mile. So they would need to pump this to something, perhaps? Nope, they're just going to do the Benevolent Blessing. That put him better on your that too. Maybe that give you a chance of surviving. Alright, so we take game 2. And we're going to move on to game 3, which is going to be a little more difficult. And begin sideboarding. Alright. So, I'm sorry for being so grumpy. I'm just got a bit of a headache. So we're going to go to game 3. Just resubmit. Not to mention, like, there's a little bit of lag as well. Just not having a seamless experience that that I enjoy while playing Magic. So, oh come on, you've already boarded. What could you learned from that experience that you have in your deck that's prepared for? I don't know. Yep. Basically, our boards are our lessons. I'm considering putting Spirit Summoning back in the board just to have like, but I just don't see the situation. I've yet to actually choose that over the abandoned attachments yet. And we have the Desperate Rituals. That's all set and ready. Oh boy. We have the Avenging Hunters, and this is like looking like almost a repeat of my game 1 of my last league that put me in such a foul mood for it this time. Like, I don't think our opponent's double queuing or anything like that. I'm just barely impatient today. Is this keepable? We can go turn 2, Thornscape Familiar, turn 3, Glimpse, miss on Glimpse, lose the game. We have Avenging Hunter, which I don't think is really all that great in this matchup. We kind of need something faster, but I will keep because I've used Glimpse in the past just to stonewall these players until I can, like, get a better thing. Oh, they have Battlefield Raptor, which isn't the thing. Oh, and we drew a Seething Song. So now, Avenging Hunter's not very good because they have the flyer, but we need to wait until we can plop it on the battlefield and give it haste in order to make a big swing. That's a Hyena number. We don't care about that. We're just going to play the Thornscape Familiar so that we can go Seething... Oh, in the first day of class, so that was really good. So that's really good. We are all set to do something crazy next turn. Finally. I've been having a hard time getting, like, decent draws in hands, like the past few leagues I've played with this deck, which is alarming, because that's too long of a refractory period. I generally accept, like, a league to, like, a league and a half of, like, bad like unkeepable draws and like hands and stuff for a deck to be viable, regardless of its like otherwise it's otherwise performance. So they get him for 4. That was also a good draw. We are going to try and go pretty ham. So Seething Song. Boop boop. I'm going to lead on the Glimpse the Impossible here. Glimpse, glimpse. Hope to hit more mana. Okay. That Weaver was pretty good. So we're going to go first day of class. We're going to grab the Metal Bending Lesson. First day of class. We're going to grab the... Maybe I should have cast some more things first, because I have these double glimpses. I guess we'll just grab the Abandoned Attachments. Okay, I'm going to go BTE. This and that. Because we have enough to go... always yield. So we don't have enough to go double glimpse, unfortunately. So this, that. I should glimpse. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get anything off these glimpse. We are going to get a bunch of 2/3s. Oh, never mind. I spoke too soon. Red, Manamorphose. And we're going to go red, green, or red, red. I think it's red, red here. Red. Oh, wait. We kind of need... we have the green from the Leyline Weaver. Red. Yeah, red, red. That's a Leyline Weaver. That was a great draw. Now we can cast a Leyline Weaver again. For 1 this. And then we can go red. We can cast another Glimpse just to put more tokens on the battlefield. Oh, double Metamorphose. I would have liked to have been able to cast those. Oh well. And then we'll move to combat. And we'll swing in for 6. And we've gone pretty wide here. We have 4 2/3s on the battlefield, and we have the Origin of Metal Bending to get rid of their whatever spirit, probably their ethereal armor. If they swing in for 5, let it happen. We have the Origin of Metal Bending here. The question is, should it be on ethereal armor or on spirit? Oh, they're not doing anything, eh? So this is a 2 odd something, so we can just like get them here. So I'm going to swing in with everything and not bother. And I'm just going... wait, no, I can't, because I need to leave open 1 Weaver. So I'm going to swing in with everything except for a Weaver. Except for a Weaver. Get rid of this. This becomes a 2/3. So combat. Now they know that I have the Metal Bending, so I'm just going to swing in with everything except for my Thornscape Familiar. And... oh, except for my Leyline Weaver. Because this is a decent amount of damage. I don't want to lose my Thornscape Familiar, because I don't think this actually kills them. Okay, I suspect our opponent didn't read what I got with first day of class. Okay, yeah, they didn't read it. So this, green, Origin of Metal Bending, cast, destroy target artifact or enchantment, get rid of your ethereal armor. Combat damage. Now this will get rid of their Hyena Umbra. It won't get rid of their Spirit Link, but that's fine. Okay. They're down to 4. So we've probably won this one. I should have cast my Abandoned Attachments targeting my Avenging Hunter in case I hit a land, but I'll do that at the end step. Okay, they go this, protection from whatever. Okay, black and red. And they go... what now? I'm just going to cast my Abandoned Attachments now. Red. I'm going to discard this Avenging Hunter. No, I shouldn't be doing this in response. I should just let them, concede. Because they are dead here. Yeah. Because this allows them to read the card, and yeah, there we go. Okay. Great, so that was 2-0. Let's move on to the next one. May have to stop soon. But you know what? I'm gonna have a quick smoke before I continue on with the next one. So I'll be right back. Okay, we're back and on to match 3. Oh, I'm just gonna take an Advil here. Okay, so we got to do some things, which is good. But you can see, like, the deck has potential, but it's just missing some consistency that the Goblin Matron kind of provides. So I'm trying to figure out how to get Goblin Matron back in the deck. One of the ways was with this card that I'll talk about later. So this hand is, you know, some birds in the bush. I'll keep it because it has the glimpse. It has no familiars though, so it's kind of slow. Black for a greedy freebooter. I have no idea what's happening. That was a pretty good hit. If we can get a first day of class, we might be able to do some things here. A cost reducer would be a great draw. I'm guessing this is, I don't know, this could be a discard deck. One of the reasons to run Greedy Freebooter is because it activates both of the new discard cards. You can, oh, well that was very good. So we're just going to play the Forest here. And we're going to go probably Seething Song, first day of class, BTE, Glimpse on turn 3. Okay. That's a Leyline Weaver. Also pretty good. Effectively cost 1 here. So Seething Song. Now, we can get double green, so I guess we do go... Well, let's see. Let's count here. So we have 8 mana. First day class brings us down to 6. Leyline Weaver brings us down to 5. 2 mana remaining. So we need to grab the... 2 mana is not enough to cast the card that I want to cast. So, I guess we lead on Glimpse then. Glimpse the Impossible. Alright, 1, 2, 3. That's a Thornscape Familiar, and a lot more Glimpses. So that means I can play this Thornscape Familiar. And if I want to now cast another Glimpse to make more 1/2s, I need to do it now. So I guess I'll go first day of class. Oh, they have removal. Okay, that's fine. Always yield. So we're not going to get to cast these Glimpses, unfortunately. No response. We have 2 mana. So with that 2 mana, not much we can do. No response. No response. No response. But we can get... I'm actually going to get How to Start a Party. It deals a fair bit of damage here. And I can go BTE. Always yield. They have a storm count going on, so that means whether the storm is something we need to look out for in the post-board games. Burning Tree Emissary. Leyline Weaver. And we're getting 2 1/2s on the end step as well. So next turn, How to Start a Party deals 10 damage. Any order. So they're dead next turn. Not even to How to Start a Party, actually, just in general. So, because I have 11 damage exactly on the next end step. So it looks like we took down game 1 against whatever deck this is. Some type of Aristocrats. I'm imagining they have all the discard in the world, though, coming up against us, because that is the reason why you'd run Greedy Freebooter. For Pick the Brain or Pick the Mind, or whatever it's called, and the other one with Warp. I forget what it's called, though. Temporal Inversion or something. Okay. Temporal Intervention, I guess, actually. And so I don't know how hard I want to play around them having like heavy discard. I don't think so, because mulligan's gonna be bad. Can't keep this hand though regardless. This hand's keepable. So it's between Glimpse and First Day or Seething Song. I'm going to get rid of the, if I get rid of Glimpse and I'm very weak to discard, I'm going to get rid of the Seething Song here and hope to draw into more mana. Like we have Mana Morphos or other things. They also run removal though, so maybe that was not the right call. We'll play Hickory Woodlot. Of course, we draw the Goblin War Party. Now I'd very much like to have that Seething Song back. So maybe I should have bottomed the Glimpse. There's a Peat Bog. There's the Seething Song. So we're just going to go Thornscape Familiar, which they can kill with a Tragic Slip if they want, into Leyline Weaver, which gives us our red mana. Oh, and they go Village Rites. Oh, they can just kill it with the Shambling Gas, that's right. We still needed this red mana, so I think it was worth going for it. We could have just cast a Leyline Weaver, though, and that may have been right. So that gives us red mana. I'm just going to play the Sandstone Needle, and I'm going to swing in with the Leyline Weaver. If they want to kill the Leyline Weaver, they can kill the Leyline Weaver. Our hand is pretty good for discard. Kind of regretting casting out that, whatever it's called now. Now, I could have just gone for the First Day Goblin War Party now. Maybe that would have been better, because again, like, we need combat steps to attack. So let's see what they do here. There's Mesmeric Fiend, so they'll get something. If they take the First Day of class... Oh, they're getting it forever. So let's see what they take here. Possibly the Seething Song, possibly the Goblin War Party. They have a few number of options. Possibly the Glimpse. So I guess we should have gone for it previous turn, because now they can take something. Let's see what they take here. By the way, it's looking like I was right. This is a heavy discard deck. I probably should have gone for it earlier. Might be a land destruction deck as well. Let's see. They take the First Day. Let's see what else they take. Oh, is it Turbo? Oh, it's Turbo Initiative. Interesting. Okay. I was not expecting Turbo Initiative. Okay. Maybe I should have. Now then, we'll just go red, this, that. Seething Song. Glimpse. Okay. Mountain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that means we can go BTE. Making 6 more. We can cast this. We cannot cast with Entwine. We are 1 short, unfortunately. We can make 3 1/1s, or we can give everything +1/+1 in haste, lose 1, have a blocker. So we're just going to try and take the initiative here. 1. Okay. And this probably won't work, but if it does, then we get to take the initiative. Okay, they block. Do they kill? If they kill our BTE here, then okay, so they don't kill our BTE. Always yield. Always yield. Grab another mountain. And we get a spawn. So if they don't have removal for our spawn, which seems unlikely, then we get to keep the initiative. Oh, they don't have removal for a spawn. Okay, we'll block. Okay. They'll get my Goblin War Party here, so we're going to go Lost Well here to try and hit more blockers. Yeah, Lost Well. No. You know what? I'm just going to go down Forge. They didn't have removal last turn. Let's see if they have... So this makes it so that I can just chump with my BTE. I'll play the Mountain. Pass the turn. Oh, they have the Snuff out. So we do have Avenging Hunter in our deck. So we might be able to take back the initiative that way. Oh, they go Lost Well. That's interesting. That makes sense, because they don't know that we have the Avenging Hunter. And they might have more removal. But I'm just gonna... they're at 13. I'll play a Sandstone Needle. So the reason why I didn't concede there is because I conceivably could draw into another Goblin War Party and then get them that way. So now we know what we're up against here. Let's see what else they do. Oh, and here comes the Avenging Hunter. They move into Catacomb. Probably conceding now, I imagine. Yeah, we'll concede now. I think this is a good matchup for us. They do have discard, but should just be able to go under them if they don't have discard. So now that I know what we're up against, the name of the game is going to be going faster. I should have gone off previously that turn. So resubmit. Because I could have done something a turn earlier instead of playing that Sandstone Needle. And that is what allowed them to take our first day of class instead of getting like a bunch of 2/2s. Of course, they could have had field wipe. Can't keep that hand. Can't keep that. Oh no, we're going to mulligan to Oblivion, aren't we? Alright, keep this hand. Bottom Goblin War Party. Do I bottom the Glimpse the Impossible, or do I bottom the Goblin War Party? A bottom a Glimpse. Okay, done. Hickory Woodlot. We're going to lead on the Leyline Weaver. Okay, what's this? Shambling Gas doesn't kill our Leyline Weaver. So we're going to go... I guess I should probably cast this Manamorphose here, right? I know it doesn't... I know I could save it for until it's a ritual, but I kind of want to see if I can draw land. I did. So I'm just going to cast the Leyline Weaver here, and not the BTE, because I might want to use the BTE for red and also to give things haste. I don't block because they can kill my creature if I do. They can do the thing where they do the thing, but I will be able to take the initiative back. That's if they have the 1 mana sacrifice, make a treasure token thing. Which they don't. Figured they didn't because they would not have offered the trade if they did. Okay, so that was pretty good. So now we can go red. Seething Song makes 5 mana. We have 6 mana available. So first day of class... actually, we can do both, because that untaps my... Because Goblin War Party untaps my thing. So that's 7 mana, 5 mana. So that's 1 mana, 2 mana. So with 2 mana, what can we do? We can blow up their Lotus Petal. Isn't very good. Yeah, well, we'll see what we can do here. So we go first day of class. 1, 2. Now we can grab the Pest Summoning here and cast that, which will leave me with 2 mana floating, which isn't enough to cast my Goblin War Party, which I think I would rather cast in this situation. How to Start a Party doesn't do very much either. I think it's just going to be the Origin of Metal Bending here. No, that can't be right. How to Start a Riot doesn't really work. Abandoned Attachment doesn't really work, so I'm discarding everything in my hand. Elemental Summoning doesn't really work, because this is costing me 4, so I'll have 2 mana left over. So the only thing I could cast that would do anything would be either Firebending Lesson or Origin of Metal Bending. I'm going to take the Origin of Metal Bending. And I'm going to go BTE. Okay, I'm probably going to hold the Origin of Metal Bending as well, perhaps. I think I have to because I don't have the mana to do it unless I want to tap out my thing, which I don't really. Then I'll go Goblin War Party, just cast it. Which untaps a Leyline Weaver. So I guess red may have been the better call, and then just bolted the dude so I could get him for 2 more damage. I don't know how much I agree with that, though. We'll move to combat and swing in for 9. They could have Field Wipe here, which would be a problem, but that's okay. They block my 3/3, and then they put -1 on. No, they create a treasure token. They go 3, 4, 5. Imagine they're casting their Avenging Hunter. That's fine-ish. We can protect any creature we want with our Origin of Metal Bending, and we're going to take the initiative here. Okay. So, yeah, Origin of Metal Bending is more important here. So I'm going to move to combat. Attack with everything. Okay. Okay. And I guess they did not read the card. Origin of Metal Bending, cast. Put a +1/+1 counter and gain indestructible. People really got to... Or they have removal for it. That's another option. They could have Snuff Out. Let's see. Do they have the Snuff Out? Snuff Out would take them down to 10, which would put them down to 4. They just go Tragic Slip, so it gets that out of their hand. Doesn't kill our dude, though. They can kill our Leyline Weaver. We're going to put the +1 counters onto our Goblin dude. Okay, no response. They kill our Leyline Weaver. No response. Oh, we don't get the +1 counters yet. No response. We'll grab the Mountain. Mountain. We'll play the Mountain. Now, another option was me not to swing with my Leyline Weaver again. That was probably maybe better. We'll see. We get to swing in for 2, 4, 6, 10 here. So we'll see if that's enough to take him down. They go Lost Well. Alright. Probably trying to get into Stash. Okay, they get my Leyline Weaver. Oh, and we have our own Avenging Hunter. We're going to go into Forge. Okay. So I'm surprised they're blocking here. I don't think they should. Well, I know they have to. They have to block. They have to block both. 2 things. Or 1 thing. They can block just the BTE with the plant. Oh, they just decide to take it all. Alright, so we are 3-0. Okay. I might have to stop here because I have, like, things to do today. Or I might try and just finish the league here. I'll find out in a moment. Alright, we're going to try and finish the league here. There's only 2 more matches to go. I think I can finish it pretty quickly. Alright. We are waiting to get paired for our fourth player. We're currently 3-0, which is pretty nice. Unusual matchups, though. Previously, when I was playing this deck, I was actually just, like, blasting through Burn and, like, various blue decks. I was like, wow, this deck feels, like, so real. But then I hit some bad variants, and now I don't know anymore. It seems like almost like a coin toss if you can actually get, like a keepable hand. Maybe like, better than a coin toss, but the fact that you can't keep hands or just fams and mana, unlike what you could do in Ruby Storm because you have card draw, is like makes this deck very difficult to pilot. So I can keep this hand. It's very close to a turn 2 Avenging Hunter. It just needs a second Desperate Ritual or a Goblin Narcomancer, or a Seething Song. All of the, so we have 11 hits. No, sorry, 12. Yeah, no, 11 hits because we already have one Desperate Ritual. And then we can do some stuff. Or go for a turn 2 Avenging Hunter. Right now, if we don't hit, I'm not... Oh. So this is blue. Normally what I want to hit a creature now so I can try and... Okay, so we hit a Glimpse. Not the best. So how we deal with blue is we hit creatures. And then we're able to... like flood the field with like a few creatures just to start with, and then make it so that they have to tap out rather than leave open counter magic. So they do that. Sneaky Snacker. Okay, so I guess this is UB, not Mono U. So they could still have Spell Pierce. Alright, so we're just going to go Burning Tree Emissary. Right? Yeah, Burning Tree Emissary. We can't go Avenging Hunter yet. Actually, we can. So long as our opponent has absolutely nothing. Okay. But they would have to have nothing here. If this Desperate Ritual and this Manamorphose resolves, we can resolve an Avenging Hunter. If it doesn't, then we can't. Alright, Manamorphose, we're going to go green here. And hope they don't have, what's it called? Force Spike green. And green. That first day would be nice, but unfortunately, we're just going to have to hold that back because we can't cast it and cast Avenging Hunter. Now, do you have Force Spike? They don't. Excellent. So now we can grab our Forest. And they might be able to go Brainstorm, untap, take the initiative, but we have a little bit of backup there in the fact that we have first day of class plus Goblin War Party. And this is a situation that I like to be in, where you have the Avenging Hunter and the Goblin Narcomancer. It means that they need 2 removal spells. Now, worst case scenario, they have a Brainstorm. If they don't have the Brainstorm, we can go first day of class into Goblin War Party, but that's it with the mana that we have. Right? Okay, that wasn't a Brainstorm. So that feels pretty good. That would be their second Brainstorm of note if they had one. So let's see if they have a Snuff Out. So if they had a Snuff Out, they should have done it now, because now I have first day of class protection up. All right, Forge into the Avenging Hunter. No response. Okay, so it looks like... You know what? They have double Counterspell Magic open as well. I'm just going to play this Sandstone Needle. I'm going to move to combat. And I'm going to use first day of class as a protection spell for my Avenging Hunter, rather than playing into their counter magic. This way, if they do have the counter spell, I can... hopefully it would be on their end step, where they would they tap out for something, I go first day of class and actually manage to protect it. Of note, if they had the Snuff Out in that situation, they could have had Snuff Out plus Counterspell protection, and then that way, like, my first day of class protection would not have resolved. They're at 9, they're about to go down to 4. They need to kill this Avenging Hunter. We have protection for it, which we will not use with the first day of class, I'm actually starting to realize, because we want to keep that for our Goblin War Party. Oh, and they just concede. Alright, begin sideboarding. We're going to need our Power Blast here. We don't run protection because we're just kind of like trying to be like a rabble. And we leave in our Avenging Hunters, so we're going to need to take out our Glimpse of the Impossibles, unfortunately. And this is something that makes me a little worried that we're not going to have the density to make hits, but you just need your Pyroblast effects in here. Now, you could maybe cut down to 4 and leave in a Desperate Ritual. I don't think I'm going to do that. You want to be able to actually have your Avenging Hunter resolve. The problem is they have a bunch of like fairies they can fly over with. No man, I got a mulligan. Got a mulligan again, which is like has been a constant theme since the deck's variants started kicking in. I remember like for 2 leagues I had consistent no-lander opening hands. So we're going to need to bottom this Seething Song, and we're going to need to bottom this Goblin War Party, because we just don't have enough hits to bottom one of our hits without, what's it called, in play. What we're leading to do is we're going to try and go for a turn 2 BTE Leyline Weaver. The odds of that resolving are pretty slim, but if we manage to hit a what's it called? a Pyroblast, we can probably force it through. Alright. So we're going to play the Forest, and we're going to tap it in order to pretend, in order to bluff that we have Pyroblast. BTE, always yield. BTE. Leyline Weaver. This might get countered. So now that we've put two BTEs on the battlefield, what we're looking to do is just make them like dig to try and, oh wow, they didn't have anything. So that might mean, or they do have something and they have a wipe the field effect. But we have these three on the battlefield now. It's also, they could also like just say, okay, whatever, I have Tolarian Terror or something, and I'm just going to like turbo that down. We're hoping to be able to, what's this? Sneaky Snacker. Okay, so they had a Sneaky Snacker they're looking to turbo down. We'll play this. And it's not really worth attacking into their Sneaky Snacker. I'm just going to cycle this Manamorphose on their end step, I think, because I hit my land drop. No sense in playing into anything. Unfortunately, they have that Sneaky Snacker, so there's no point for me going attacking in. They just like cast it out as well. They go another Mental Note. So what am I looking to hit here? I need to hit a fair bit of things. And so maybe the actual call was boarding out my Desperate Rituals instead. Because we're just getting like bodied here. It wasn't worth swinging into a Sneaky Snacker for 4 damage. We need to hit a Red Blast of some kind. So that was pretty good. We'll just play the Thornscape Familiar. Or we'll lead on Manamorphose here. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to play the Thornscape Familiar and see what they do. I mean, they must have something here. And then we're just going to, like, pass the turn back and hope that they are limited on their counterspell magic, so that, and also removal magic, so that they leave this Thornscape Familiar alone, like, so that I can maybe do something if I draw a Pyroblast. Down to 13. What did they do here? Second Sneaky Snacker. I mean, that's probably the best as I could expect. So we need to hit a Pyroblast so that we can resolve this Goblin War Party with protection. We're going to go red and red. There's a Pyroblast. All right, Mountain. 3. This, 5, 6. I'll cast with the Goblin War Party Entwined. This will not actually deal that much damage, but it will do some things perhaps. Now the question is, do I swing with my Thornscape Familiar? I think so. I think I do, just to push the more damage through. And we'll try this Pyroblast. If they have a second piece of counter magic, we will go to game 3. Okay, no response. That's my cat. He wants some attention, I guess. And we'll swing in. We're going to lose 2 creatures here. One of which is going to be a Thornscape Familiar, but like we just need to attack in. Now 3, 6, 9, 13. This will put them down to 7. Okay. We have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 damage. And they have a Gurmag Angler. So do we want to lose a creature to get in for a certain amount of damage? I doubt they will swing in. Unless they're able to, like, just bring the Sneaky Snackers back this turn. Yeah, and they don't swing in. So I'm going to try and kill their Tolarian Terror. And then swing in. Okay. Yes. No response. Let's see if they have the counter magic for it. They do. Okay. And we'll just pass the turn back then. So this is a waiting game now. We don't have very good creatures on the battlefield. Like, if these were Narcomancers and things, we'd be in a better position. Alright, we'll try it again. But we just don't have the time. Okay. Yes, try it again. Okay, move to combat. Now, if they have removal, they have removal. We just gotta... They're at 7. We're gonna try and take them down to a little bit less. Okay. They're at 1. So they're dead on the backswing unless they have either a way of gaining life or making a crap ton of blockers. Okay. If they have 2 removal, they're still dead. If they have whatever it's called, suffocating fumes, they're still dead. So they need to have like 2 things, I think, here. Or just 1 sudden fangs, or whatever it's called, unexpected fangs. That'll also do it. Oh, no, instead we win the match. All right, 4-0, and we get the 5-0. Let's see. Let's see if my cat will allow it to happen. Okay, play league match, please. All right, 4-0. This is for the biscuits. Really wish I wasn't so irritable at the beginning of this league, but I don't know. I'm just a little tired. So let's see if we can get the biscuits. Looks like we get I probably will make this my video, even though, like, I don't think my commentary was very good this league. But again, I guess I had a headache and stuff, so it's fine. And you can see this is just like an aggro / a turbo deck. We didn't get too much of a stormy start, but those don't actually happen all that often. And I think part of the reason why I was kind of struggling with some of them was because I kept trying to draw into stormy start type hands. But also, I don't know, like that Paths game, how did we win that? I guess it's by doing exactly what he said we would do, flood out the board and swing in. Yeah, I guess that is what happened. Still, that's not always enough if the opponent has, like, you know, particularly strong hand. Now, the opponent did have multiple Hydroblasts, and they had, it's not like their hand was weak, but it's not like it was, like, you know, over the top, because they didn't, I don't think I saw any, like, snuff outs or anything like that, snuff outs or cast downs or anything from them. And of course, had they had field wipe, that would have just been game over. But still, like, if they kept a hand that's mostly like for with Hydroblast, you can get them. Okay. So this is super close to a turn 2 Avenging Hunter, so I'm going to keep it. All it needs is an untap land, and we run 8 untap lands, I believe. And if I miss on an untap land, or a Desperate Ritual will do it as well. So we have like 12 hits. If we miss, I don't think it's right to cast even 1 BTE. If it's right to cast 1, it's right to cast 2, and it's not because we don't have the filtering. So this is Elves. So we do have the turn 2 Avenging Hunter. We have to hope that that's going to be enough. If we best draw would be first day of class, because with the double Seething Song, we can give the Avenging Hunter haste. If you're on the play, I'd be a little more confident, but we're on the draw against Elves. Strange that they're running Gingerbread Cabin. Why would you even do that? No response. Like, you don't even run that many forests. Interesting. Okay. No blocks. We're going to grab a forest with this Avenging Hunter, and there's a Goblin party. That was a good hit. Alright, so this, we're going to go Seething Song, Birding Tree Emissary. Okay, always yield. Birding Tree Emissary. Avenging Hunter. And we'll grab the forest. So that's a good start. Our opponent didn't really do anything. Don't know why that was the case. Now, we still would like to see a first day of class so that we can grab a firebending lesson or whatever it's called if we see something that we need to kill. That's not a Priest of Titania. I don't know if I would want to use a Priest of Titania for that, but our best draw is the first day of class here. We're going to forge onto the Avenging Hunter. I don't think it's right necessarily to swing in with Birding Tree Emissary, although I think it actually might be, just put the damage on the clock. Because what are they going to do? They need to tap their elves for mana and such. I might swing all out, actually. Now, I have 6 mana, so I can't entwine the Goblin War Party. If they play... Oh, lead the Stampede. I'm probably swinging all out here, I think. I want to put... So why did I swing all out? I want to put them in a position where they're forced to block. I want force blocks here. Okay, so they can play a Llanowar Elves. They can't play the Timberwatch Elf this turn. I am going to swing in with everything. 100%. 9 puts them to 11. Puts them to 9 because of the Forge. They can bring a Force back with them, but that's it. And a Well-Wisher. So they can gain life. So that's a card I would like to kill. Forge here. So so first day of class, please. That's a Desperate Ritual, which allows me to entwine this Goblin War Party, so that's what we're going to do. So this, up 3, yeah, Desperate Ritual. And Seething Song. Goblin War Party entwined. Okay. Combat. Swing with everything. So they're going to be able to gain some number of life. This is actually lethal, so they have to block. Never mind, they're not going to be able to gain any life. In fact, they're dead if they don't block. So I think we just got this is game 1. This is game 1. All right, they're down to 3, and they're dead to the trap. Ooh, this is going to be a difficult matchup, though, that's for sure. This is a matchup where I would actually bring in the Mind Collapse if this is my sideboard, which it's not. So, this is our second opportunity to get a 5-0 with this deck. Can we pull it off? We need to win one of the next 2 post-board games. I really hope we can. Missing Mind Collapse not too much, because that would be for an Avenging Hunter anyway, so I don't even know if I should be bringing it in, to be honest. It'd be sweet if I could 5-0 with this. With Turbo Party. That'd be nice. All right. So we are 1 game away from a 5-0. Hopefully. We are on the play against Elves. Yeah, we are in the draw against Elves this game. Were we on the play that game? We weren't. So we actually managed to break serve, which was essential, I think, for this matchup. Our opponent kept something of a slow hand from the looks of it. All right, so we got to Goblin War Part. We got to party them, which is great. We didn't actually need the first day of class, and this is another reason why I actually like Goblin War Party here. While it's not as good as first day of class, actually in some situations it's better. All right, wow. This can be very, very strong. So it's a little slow because we don't have untapped green mana, but we can... actually, we can't really do it. We really need to hit a ritual. If we can hit a ritual off this hand, we can probably do something pretty crazy, but we need to hit a ritual. Of note, first day of class can grab fire whatever lesson, so that might save us, but it would require us to tap the Sandstone Needle, and we might not have anything on board. So what's a really good draw here? Manamorphose is a great draw. BTE's a great draw. Anything Forest is a great draw. Okay, Manamorphose. That's also a ritual, right? Whatever. We need to cast it. So Manamorphose, we're going to go green-red here. Green-red, hope to draw into another ritual, so because we really need to get this Goblin and Archimancer on the field. Red-green. Okay. So Goblin and Archimancer, and we're just going to play this Hickory Woodlot, because this Leyline Weaver, we can give haste. And also this Avenging Hunter. We might be able to cast both Avenging Hunters. It casts 4, it's been reduced by however much right now, by 2, because of this Leyline Weaver, essentially. 5, 4. I know we can cast 1, have 1 floating, so we can definitely grab the Firebending Lesson to kill something important on their turn. What is this? Why would you... Okay. And then what are they running here? Lead the Stampede. So we're going to try and kill that Priest of Titania on our turn with one of our first day of classes after resolving a Avenging Hunter. That is our only removal spell for creatures, though. So what do they hit? There's a Timberwatch Elf. So the question is, should we hold it for the Timberwatch Elf, or should we just go... All right, so Mountain. We're going to go red here. We're going to go first day of class. We're going to grab the Firebending Lesson. Probably still going after the Priest of Titania, I would imagine. Yeah, Firebending Lesson. And now I need to think here. So I have 4 mana. If I cast this Thornscape Familiar, I cannot cast this. Have I played a mountain this turn? I did. So I think I cannot cast this Thornscape Familiar. I'm going to have to save it for next turn. So we're going to go Leyline Weaver using the red mana. Okay, always yield. We're going to go red here. We're going to go Avenging Hunter. We're going to grab another mountain, right? Yeah, we're going to grab another mountain. So Avenging Hunter. Okay, untap the Leyline Weaver. We're going to use the red from the Leyline Weaver to bolt the Priest of Titania to kind of limit them on their mana. Now we could also hold that for their other dude, but they're making so much mana that I think this is a better call. We might be able to force them to block next turn. And we're going to grab another mountain, which we can't cast. Then we're going to move to combat. Okay, combat. We're going to get him for 6 here. Okay. I'm going to go 1 red. And we're going to Firebending lessen their Priest of Titania. The reason why we're doing that is we can trap them next turn. With our Avenging Hunter. So I think this is the 5-0. We've limited them severely on mana. They can cast their Timberwatch Elf, but they'll be forced to block because we're coming in with another hasty Avenging Hunter next turn. Right? Because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. That is enough, yeah. We can also play the Thornscape Familiar by tapping a Leyline Weaver afterwards. So I believe we got the 5-0. Nice, I finally caught a live 5-0. It's unfortunate I was so grumpy at the beginning, though. Alright, what's happening here? Oh, they're tapping some mana. It's probably the Timberwatch Elf. Yeah, no response. So I'm unaware of any green spell that saves them here. Yeah, no, they're just dead. Alright, so they're going to try and hold on to survive, but that's not going to work. Alright, next turn. We're going to go Forge. We're probably going to just grab the, onto Avenging Hunter. We're probably just going to grab the whatever it's called. How to start a party. No, that's not how to start a party. Anyway, let's figure out what we're doing here. So we're going to play the mountain. We're going to tap the Leyline Weaver for red. Doesn't really matter. This is 5 mana. We're going to go first day of class. And the only thing we can really cast would be the... We'll grab this in case something goes wrong. Then we're going to play the Avenging Hunter. Okay, no response. This thing gets haste. We're going to go to Trap, which puts them down to 11. No response. Then we're going to tap this for green. Oh, and they just concede the game because they were dead. All right, so we got the trophy. How about that? That's pretty sweet. I think that's the first time I've managed to do one live. All right. So historic event. A little tired. Got a bit of a headache. Unfortunately, wasn't 100% for that one. But we did manage the trophy with Turbo Party. And it didn't even draw that well, so that's interesting. Normally we can... I really wish I could have shown some of the absolutely over-the-top plays, like 4 Goblin War parties in a row, but entwined. Like it's crazy the things you can do with a Weaver. But we completed the league. I believe I recorded it. We got the trophy. All right. I guess this is going to be my video then. Last time, everything crashed, so I'm just going to end it here to be safe. And all right. So I hope you enjoyed the league. Maybe it's working here. No, it's very close to crashing, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, we are just going to end it here to be... Oh, wait. There we go. All right, there's the trophy. Nice. And I really like our Turbo Party little dude. I figured it was only a matter of time because of how close I've been. But yeah, nice. So hopefully I can work on this deck a little more, maybe try to make it better. But honestly, we need something for Goblin Matron to grab that's better than the like market artisan or whatever that goblin's called. That it's a goblin that costs 4, makes 2 like colored mana. I can't run the Coal Stoker because it can't cast from exile with Glimpse. And Glimpse the Impossible, while it's like the next best option to Goblin and Archomancer, Goblin Matron plus whatever it's called, Goblin Matron plus Nameseeker Goblin, it's not quite the replacement. I believe it's called Artisan, Market Street Artisan. So basically it'd be Goblin Matron plus, oh, first, I guess I should fix this board. I have no idea what to put here. It just doesn't feel like I should be running one of Mind Collapse, although every time I see it, it's been good. All right, Mind Collapse are going in. So why is Mind Collapse in the deck? It is a ritual with your Leyline Weavers, and you kind of need to have some removal against certain things. I don't know, though, if that should be that, or if it should just be Spirit Summoning, or to, like, always be able to do something with your first day of class effects. But honestly, it's like the weakest thing you could do, so I can understand not wanting to run it. Also, we won how many games with our opponent just not reading the card that you got with first day class? Might as well say, like choose a card from your sideboard, don't reveal it. Like, what is this? Unglued? All right, all right, well, taking too long to load. All right, hope you enjoyed the video. Sweet that I managed to finally trophy live, and I will see you for the next video, which would probably be on just regular old Turbo Initiative. All right, have a good one.